Hi, I'm meteorologist Brad Huffines talking about risk management, specifically weather risk management, and your business. There are four things that you can do with identified risks. You can avoid or resolve the risk. In other words, if you have a business, you can build a tornado shelter. So if you get a tornado warning, you can put all of your people in the tornado shelter. You can harden your facilities, and that basically resolves the risk. You can also mitigate the risk. In other words, you reduce the likelihood of the impact of the risk. If you live in an area where wind can rearrange your outdoor lumber yard, for instance, you can mitigate that risk by restacking, by moving, by putting up walls and wind diverters. That's one way to mitigate a risk. You can transfer the risk. That's often done through buying insurance policies. That's why we have insurance policies. Weather risk management is a form of an insurance policy. You don't want to need it, but when you need it, you're very glad that you had it. And the other thing is you can just accept the risk, take the risk, swallow the risk, and understand that the risk at some point in time will happen. And if you haven't either avoided it, mitigated it, or transferred it, you're going to be impacted drastically. You see, weather, especially tornadoes and hurricanes, they're kind of a low probability, high risk situation. A tornado, very low probability it will hit your specific business. But if it does, it's a very high impact occurrence. It can cost you millions. We can't protect your building. We can't protect your equipment and your storage, but we can help you protect your people, which is another form of risk. If you get struck by a tornado, a hurricane, something that is large and devastating, and people are in your care, that means that you've taken the responsibility for their lives and their safety. And if you don't have a system like Weather Call that helps you to manage that risk, lets you know when to shelter your people and make sure your people are safe, you could face some terrible liability issues. That's why you need to consider weather risk management, and that's why I'm asking you to consider Weather Call for Business. Please look it up, find out more about it, and become a customer today. We've helped save millions and millions of dollars and have helped save countless lives over the years.